Higher Education Minister Nzimande has condemned the latest escalation of protests at universities around the country and has called for dialogue. This follows days of unrest at Wits University over a proposed hike in tuition fees. Nzimande says the government has, over the years, increased its allocation to the National Students Financial Aid Scheme, aimed at helping students who can't afford to study further.
Tulwana Gwambe, a social worker student at Wits University. Her 68,000 rand bursary covers part of her tuition and accommodation costs, but it's not enough.
I had to get donations from extended families, friends, teachers, and I managed to get here. Had those donations not been there, I would have not had made it to the university.
Gwambe says this is what 3 days of protest on her campus were all about. In the early hours of Saturday morning, management finally heeded students' call to cancel a proposed 10.5% tuition fee hike for next year.
I'm actually pleased that the management could see that we're actually serious about this issue.
It's really good that they got action done, like after all what happened.
I think that it should have come sooner, on Wednesday, but at the same time, I think it's a good step forward.
Students want no fee increment. That is it. And up until they receive that that particular request that we are demanding, not asking for it, we're demanding it, students will not stop protesting.
A challenge for higher education, which says the burden to run universities cannot be carried by students alone.
In the summit, I was urging all the vice-chancellors and the councils to really engage around this issue of student fees and also to be considerate. It does not mean that we do not understand that our universities are facing financial difficulties, and some of them are technically bankrupt, actually. But nevertheless, we must not allow the burden of running higher education to increasingly fall on the shoulders of not just students, but we are more worried about poor students.
While the anger has subsided for now, talks to permanently resolve the impasse are continuing. An outcome is expected on Monday. It will also be the ultimate decider whether or not lecture halls like these remain empty throughout the week, but most importantly, if exams proceed without any disruptions. SABC News at Wits University in Johannesburg.